I learnt a fascinating word today, and it comes to us from 17th century Germany. First time I've ever heard it, and I read it in this book. The Crimes of Women in Early Modern Germany by Ulinke Rublak. And the word is this one, Eigenbrotlerin. Eigenbrotlerin? Somebody will help me with this. Somebody who can speak German will actually help me with this. Right, okay, but the pronunciation is not quite as important as what it means. It means this, women who earned their own bread. This was a classification of women in 17th century Germany. They were predominantly spinners in the textile trade, but these were women who lived independently. Oh, hang on, I'll turn my camera around, hang on. These were women who lived independently, earning their own means. They didn't live with their fathers, they didn't live with their husbands, they rented rooms and they practiced their trade, usually like spinning, things to do with textiles, there. And you'd think to yourself, yeah, go on, 17th century German Eigenbrotlerin, but no. No. They were viewed as incredibly threatening, very dangerous, and that action needed to be taken to stop them earning their own bread. And why? Because we can't have women who've worked out that you can earn your own money and perhaps you don't need to get married and have loads and loads and loads of babies. And look, this is how they were being described at the time. Eigenbrotleerinnen, who do not go into the light and service or want to work, but are lazy, garrulous and generally lewd, hiding in corners now and then, going seldom to church and public sermons and attaching young innocent hearts to themselves and seducing them. Because of course they would. What else would single women working want to do with their time than not go to church and seduce young people? There is even a quote in there from a bishop at the time who warned that if you were a mistress who spoke too much, you would soon become a seamstress, one of these Eigenbrotlerin, then you'd become a, quote, a whore, and then you'd become a wet nurse. I don't know what that career trajectory is, but clearly they were really, really worried about it. They were worried about it enough for German states to pass laws against these women. They banned them from women being the head of their own household. They kicked them out of trade. They made it illegal for women to ask for more money from an employer to basically undercut other people. And they shamed them and created stigma around being a single woman who wasn't married and didn't have babies and earned your own money. And what I find really interesting about this is our word spinster, which means unmarried woman. Oh God, no, terrible. No one will want her. She's on the shelf. That actually comes to us from the word spinning. Spinner is a woman who spun, again, a woman who earned her own living by independent means. And it seems that they were doing similar things over in Germany. Yes, women who earn their own bread have been a threat to patriarchy for a very, very long time. So there you go, Eigenbrotlerin, and a strong recommendation for this book.